It's that time again, baby. We gotta do some pruning. That snow is falling, and let's enjoy the last of the winter. It's gonna be a good day. We got lots on the agenda, so sit back and relax, because this is episode 39 of Eurovian Farms. What's going on, everyone? Dirty Randy here, and we're back at it. It's February. It's another month, and it should be good. We got a fair bit to do on the agenda. Sorry, it's so dark right now. You know, we really should just get some lights in the yard. That's like just something we struggle with whenever it's dark out in the winter here, early mornings. But that's all right. Once we get everything fired up, it's not too bad. So we're going to start off and just get the McCormick hooked up to our cultivator, and we're going to employ some help today. Just get somebody out in our fields, and that should really be a big help today, because we got to get a bunch of pruning done as well, so that come springtime, just next month, we can roll right into having our grapes being all of our vineyards growing, no problem, and then it's just kind of set on fertilizing. But I would love to get our fields in shape as well to have sunflowers be planted next month and kind of continue on with that. So I don't know the best way for them to go, but I think we'll just let them figure it out and send them off, and we'll see what happens. You know, any help is good help around here, so whatever they can get done, I'll take it. We can always clean up little bits later and just kind of figure it out. So we'll send back into the darkness here. They're off, and we're gonna hop in the Landini just on the other side of the yard. Here she is, all ready to rock and roll. Both our pruners still on there, and we're looking good. And it was a good feeling waking up this morning. No loan payment coming out of the bank, just a little bit of property and maintenance fees. But other than that, we're pretty good. Alright, so we've already got this one done, thankfully. And you know what, we may as well head right on over to the ones near where our friend is working. We can kind of just see how he's going, starting off. If he's getting hung up on anything, we can give him a hand. But for now, this should be a big help. And I guess, you know, if I'm remembering right where I want to be for everything. Oh, we want to keep you unfolded. Thanks, gentlemen. There we go. And we'll turn you on. Remember our little kind of pattern to get them all done. I maybe should have started a little bit further to the left side, but that's okay. We will figure it out after our first turn or two and get ripping, bud. Should be good. Knowing that pretty much all this work now is just money in the bank and all, you know, all profit for the most part. So that is an awesome feeling, because knowing we don't have a massive loan to pay off, you know, just like looming over our heads, a few $100,000 that we have to pay off. That is great, because whatever we make, we can just reinvest into whatever we see fit. So I'm really looking forward to that. This work just feels like, you know, it's almost like a weight off our shoulders. Feels like getting back into these fields, because there's just that much less pressure almost, it feels like. I don't know. I haven't really been counting my rows. I didn't see if I left the appropriate gap there or not, but you know, that's all right. We'll get her all done and sorted, and it should be a pretty good day. You know, once we can get our fields cultivated, and of course everything here pruned, then we're in a great spot. Then it's just kind of planting, fertilizing. I know our canola does actually need some fertilizer, so we will get to that at some point, but that is all right. I believe it needs 2 applications actually, so I wouldn't mind getting some solid fertilizer just on the soil before things get too much bigger here. So that'll probably be early tasks next month, as well as, of course, just getting stuff planted. So that's awesome. Looks like their field in front of us is coming along pretty well, too. So I will take that. And, oh, we did kind of goof a lane here, but that's all right. What can you do? Early morning. We'll get that coffee in us, and we should be good to go, boys and girls. Let's do it. Alright, that's not too bad. We still have, of course, our biggest vineyard left to get done, but we already had one of our, I guess, 4 already finished for us, so that's awesome. I think before we head over there, I'll just kind of take a peek at what the deal is on our other field here. It looks like there's maybe a couple more strips left to go or so, so that's pretty good, coming along. And as long as that can all get done, you know, we definitely could continue on with some fertilizing. Looks like they did stop there for some reason, so I'm glad I checked. We'll just park up here and see what the dealio is. This is definitely a tough spot with the fence here, but that's alright. I usually try to do the headland area kind of first just before I set them off, but it was nice and early, so we kind of just sent it, got them done, and now, of course, we can just do this and fix her up. We'll probably head back the other direction as well, and maybe even go past the trees, because that's always kind of a little bit of a tricky area to get done. But I like them. I don't know. Something just like this, we will have to just avoid the tree. Oh, yeah, I guess. I was looking at the wheels. I totally forgot about the cabin. But that's probably as good as it's going to get there. We can squeak through something like this. And then we'll just have to back it up, straighten her out, and then we are ready more or less to rip. These short trailers are always so tight to back up. You know, they move so fast comparison to a longer trailer. It seems like, you know, a shorter one would be easier, but that is not always the case. At least in my experience, I don't know. Alright, this is actually just ripping this McCormick, so that is amazing. So, I'm almost tempted to just finish up, because why not? It's going to take, what, 2 or 3 more passes at the most, and then we can get them sent off into our other field there. I think the small little field just to the right of our pathway that the Landini is on, we probably won't plant sunflowers in there. I think we'll maybe hold off on that one, and when we can, plant some wheat or barley or something like that for the chickens, and just change it up a little bit, because it is a bit of a smaller field that's disconnected from our other field, and we do need some sort of food for the chickens, unless we want to be buying some all the time, but I prefer not, because it doesn't really cost us too much to get it all done, since we have a field to do that. So that is not a problem. We'll get this one last little strip done, and we can continue on. We're looking good. Of course, the sun is up now, so that's awesome. This field is all ready to get planted next month, so that should be pretty awesome as well. And we do have some little size adjustments to the shape of this other field here, so if I can, oh, hopefully, I was trying to not snag on there. It's honestly just as easy to fold this guy up. It's nice and small. There we go. Hey, we're already mostly lined up, so I know the Landini's in the way, but that's okay. It is kind of inconvenient that it's right there, but what can you do? But yeah, there is a little bit slight difference of the shape in this field now. I think maybe I'll just run along the outside just to make sure they don't get caught up, but I think they should be okay now, because it was pretty wonky around these power lines. Like the base, now it's a little bit more angular and gives, you know, just a little bit more grass here. Before it went all the way into like that bush pretty much, and if you just kind of went straight in, it was not the easiest to get out of with some implements. So now, you know, the field's adjusted a little bit easier to just kind of get around the edges here. And same with over here. Now that this shed is here, it used to go all the way back. So it's you know, perhaps a little bit smaller, but ultimately, I think it is much easier to kind of get done. So we will set them off here. I'm just going to back it up. You know what? Let's save ourselves some steps and just rip all the way back down in this guy. Oh my gosh. The small trailer is real. Alright, that's fine. We're good. Drop her down. We'll send her back, and then we can send them off, hop in the Landini there, and go finish up with our pruning. That'll be amazing, because if that gets done, we could hop in the gator and do some fertilizing in the vineyards and just bang out some of that. But we'll see how the day goes. Alright, that's not looking too bad. Let's see if we can... Oh, okay. Kind of what I was planning, but I mean, not exactly. Maybe a little bit cleaner than that, but that's okay. So, let's drop her down. And they should be good to go from there. I don't really see anything they should get hung up on now. So that is awesome. We'll hop in here. And that sun is just peeking out over the mountains a little bit more. It looks like it's pretty misty and foggy up on the mountains there. So that's nice. We're in kind of a nice little pocket here in the valley. So I'll take that. Alright, get these guys unfolded again. And you know what? Let's just go. Let's just start 2 in. That way we have one. I guess I maybe should have gone a little bit further. Should have gone like the 1 row over and left 2. I'll know for next time, but that's okay. I was going to say now we have somewhere we can turn, but usually the row over is not the easiest to turn around into, so what can you do? And you know what? I don't even know if I want to take out that row right now, so I think we will just have to go further this way, and we're just going to pick a row and hope for the best. We haven't had the best luck doing that today, so if we have to go down just a single row to finish it up, is what it is. Not the end of the world, but all in all, we're looking just dandy here. So this is our last field to get pruned up, and then we're in pretty good shape. So we'll rip through it, throw on the radio. We'll see you on the other side. Alright, things are coming along pretty well. I could have maybe left myself a little bit smaller of a gap, but it looks like we nailed the distances there as far as hitting 2 rows at a time, so I will take it. You know, besides this weird little drive in between the rows, just because that's just the way it ended up, but that's all good. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. I'll take it. And I'm sure they're getting pretty close to being done that other field. Really, it's just a long, fairly narrow strip for the most part, besides the little kind of island of power lines. So that should be pretty close to done. And then, of course, we have just the field in front of the shed as well. So, you know, a couple more to get done, but really not too big of jobs all in all. And I think I see some snow starting to fall. So this is probably going to be the last little sprinkle of snow we get this season before we head into springtime here, but I will take it. Always welcome. Makes us feel a little bit more at home from Canada. You know, we've been up here out in this little village for some time, but you know, getting a little homesick, but that's all right. That's all right. Small things like this, you know, like you said, kind of keep you feeling at home. So there you go. But yeah, it's definitely chilly out. Looks like I see the tractor over there. They maybe left that little end area, which, you know, I had a feeling I maybe should have just taken care of while I was in the tractor, but equally I knew I'd be coming back to deal with these 2 fields. So there you go. But yeah, you can see they're kind of just like, there's a pole, I'm done. So we'll have to finish up what they didn't, but that's all right because we finished up everything we needed to in the vineyards. Those are always kind of, some jobs being a little bit painful there, but fertilizing the vineyards is actually not a problem with our gators, so that's awesome. But our pruning all done for now, so that's even better. And we'll drop them off in here. There's one. We'll back out, get the other guy dropped off, and then we can go hop in the McCormick there and get finished up with all of our cultivating. That way we are good to go for next month as far as that's concerned. Get these guys stacked in nicely there. Blandini can just hang out here as well. Yeah, that's lovely. You love to see it. You really do. Alright. We got her fired up, bud. Let's finish these off. Just as easy to keep going forward than it is to turn around on this thing, so I suppose we could go straight over to the other field, but this'll do. We'll be back for that strip after we do these 2, I'm guessing. Make sure we get her done in 2 there, but wow, the snow is actually really coming down now. Hopefully none sticks to the ground, but I mean, if it does, thankfully we've pretty much gotten done everything we need to so far. Alright, we kind of made that corner. Now if we just straighten out, we should be good to go, buds. There we go. Alright, well, we got 2 more little fields to get done. Shouldn't take us too long. This tractor is an absolute big unit, so it should be just dandy. And, you know, if this snow keeps coming down, I don't think we'll be able to put any fertilizer down, but that's okay. We'll be in a good spot for next month at least, and then we won't really have to deal with snow, but hopefully we don't have rains coming down either. At the same time, could use rain, you know, water's not bad, but just we need to get stuff planted, so if it could wait till after, that would be superb. But for now, we're just going to attack these fields, no rhyme or reason, Zamboni style, and we'll get her done. Alright, well, I'm not going to lie, I completely forgot about this field. I kind of just wrote it off in my mind as having canola in it as well, I think, and not needing to do anything with it, but it had sunflower, and now it's all cultivated, so that's awesome. We got her done, and it looks like the snow is just slowing down, maybe? Yeah. So there you go. That's, you know, probably going to be the last of we see that until later this year, maybe in December, but that is a long ways away. And now, yeah, we have all of our fields pretty much ready to roll for next month, so that is awesome. we could probably get everything set up so that we can just roll right into that tomorrow morning. So we'll put this guy away, and we'll maybe get out our sprayer, throw a bunch of liquid fertilizer in that guy. That way he's good to go. Make sure the gator is good, and we could even start to do some laps around with the gator if we would like. So I believe, yeah, our sprayer boy is in here. If we can just get a little bit of an angle on it, we should be able to scoop her up. Of course, our front weight does not make life easier, and now we're just going full Austin Powers. All right. Well, you know, we got big tires. Let's use them. There we go. Oh, right. We don't want to get caught on there. So, we're just going to, you know, we're just going to figure it out. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like a glove. Not even a worry. Just a wee little top up. Alright, that's good to go there. So we'll just leave this on the McCormick here ready for tomorrow. Oh my gosh. I was hitting the brakes. We do need some diesel, so we'll shut her down and refuel as well. Alright, now that she's all hooked up, you know, ironically, we're actually just going to pop back in over here and just get some repairs, all that good stuff done. Wow, since we've really done anything with this guy, it's not doing so great, and definitely could use it. So $5 grand in repairs. We didn't have a whole lot of money before, but we're doing just all right. So there we go. That's looking a bit better. We can probably dip him out of here, just off the ramp at least, and you can just go ahead and stay there until the morning time. False. This is not the game plan. Just thinking. Well. Wait, I don't even know. Do we need... I'm not even sure what our planter can do. If it can plant sunflower, we're good. But then, of course, we would need the McCormick to run it. I cannot, for the life of me, remember what this guy can do. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, the McCormick will get the spraying done, and we'll use the Reno. We do have to lease something, so that's not the end of the world. But that'll be the game plan for getting stuff done there. We won't do that tonight, of course, because we don't want to spend any more money than we have to. But we're looking pretty good. We got some solid fertilizer in here, but it will not hurt to top up. All right, looking good there, because yeah, we're going to need a fair bit. But the nice thing, the seeder that we're going to be getting, or I guess planter rather, is going to put down an application of fertilizer for us, as long as we fill up the hoppers, of course. But no reason why we wouldn't, and that'll be a big help. That way we already have some on there, and then we can just spray our crops later in the season. For canola, I think we can get away with using our gator here, because it's not too tall just yet, and we do actually have a fair bit of fields to do. We've invested in a lot more, so that is awesome, and none of them have fertilizer on them. So we're gonna rip through and do just that. You know, we'll get it done pretty well. We did miss a couple patches of planting along here. We just, I guess, didn't check our field very well after we finished up, but not a worry. We've got like 4 canola fields, all just right here, condensed into one location, so that's nice. And the gator is pretty quick, even when it's spraying all this stuff. We might have to go back and refuel, not refuel, but you know, get some more fertilizer at some point. But otherwise, we should be looking pretty good. You can kind of see the path we took, almost clearing out the weeds, I think. So if we can follow that maybe as a little bit of a guide marker, I think we'll do that. Between that and just eyeballing it the best we can, I think we'll do pretty good as far as coverage goes. Our other field just to the left of us will take like 2, maybe probably 3 passes, to be honest, just to make sure we get all of it. But otherwise, we're looking pretty dandy, folks. Was not expecting to get this done today, so it's a big help that we're out here right now in the evening. We've gotten everything else we needed to done, and this is all just a head start on tomorrow, really. Alright, well, we didn't even go through that much fertilizer, and we got all of our canola, except for this big boy over here, done. So, this one shouldn't take us long, not gonna lie. I forgot about it, but that's okay. It shouldn't take us too long, considering pretty much everything else is done. And then, as far as fertilizing goes, like I said, when we plant tomorrow, that'll be putting down an application for us, so we won't have to worry about that. And then it's just our vineyards, but as far as our actual fields for crops go, that means everything will be at the same stage there with just solid fertilizer on the soil, and then we can go through and just spray everything one day, all of our fields at once, hopefully, the canola and sunflower that goes down. And that should be pretty much that as far as fertilizing this year, because that should be 2 applications on all of our fields there. As far as the vineyards go, those have nothing right now, so when we get a chance, you know, probably, hopefully tomorrow after we can get everything in the ground, we'll probably hop back in the gator here and go through the vineyards and get some fertilizer on those. That way everything has 1 application and we can just focus on the 2nd application, and then from there it's just it's a waiting game for everything to finish up growing, ready to be harvested. Thankfully they are at slightly different times in the year, but it should be pretty good. And of course throwing in our wheat or barley, whatever we decide to do, and one of our smaller fields there, and managing probably the rest of our production, seeing where we're at with our grapes. Maybe we need to throw some stuff into storage with our oils and stuff like that, who knows. But I'm pretty sure we're out of canola oil at the moment. We've sold the last of that, but either way, we're looking pretty good there. Our olives are pretty much just consistently pumping out olive oil over there, so that's great. We dropped off a bunch of sunflowers not too long ago, so that's awesome. And I know there was still some great products left to be made. So all is looking good there. We got some more money coming in, and who knows, that's maybe even something we could just rip down and go check out before the day's end. You know, maybe we grab a slice of za in town, see how she goes. But overall, it should be pretty good. Just pulling back into the pit here. Probably not a bad idea to throw in a little bit more fertilizer, but equally doesn't hurt if we don't. But we will, so we are. There we go. So the gator's good to go whenever we get time to hook back up to him. And you know, we probably should just make sure our chickens are all good to go before we go running off. Lil Rands, nice to see you, bud. Dude, you're sounding good as ever. Wow, you're a torquey little bee, that's for sure. Alright, what do we got for grain? A little bit of wheat. And yeah, we still have, I think, a few thousand liters of barley, if I'm not mistaken. So I think we'll be just fine for chicken feed. Let's see what we can do here. I think we're just gonna pull on through. Little Rands, you got this, bud. Yeah. Oh, come on, I thought we had that. Oh my gosh, this is chaos. Alright, we're good. Like a glove. Don't worry about it, buds. Oh yeah. Alright, this is the moment of truth. Can we get out? I'm hoping we can just... Yeah, sick. Okay. Come on, Lil Rands, this is your moment. There you go. Just power through. Power through. The hedges, they're not fences. They're just merely aesthetic suggestions, okay? There we go. This probably won't top these guys up. No, not nearly. Not even close. That you can hardly even call that a top up for those guys. So we will actually fill up with a little bit more, see how we're doing. 50. That's not even worth it. Alright, there we go. Alright, there we go. That should do. But yeah, we still have plenty of wheat at the rate that these guys go through it. I'm not too worried. Should be kind of close to whenever we can harvest stuff. Of course, like, we can't, it is actually going to be like next year, just because it takes about a year for that kind of stuff to grow, and we can't even plant it until later this year. So it is still going to be, you know, over a year until we actually have our own chicken feed again. So I don't think that'll last, but you never know. Oh, come on. Come on, hedge. I make my life so difficult sometimes, but you know what? Sometimes it's worth it. All right. Huh. Last one. We're good. Now we're in. It's not what she said. Maybe it is. I don't know. Well, that sun is setting, that's for sure. But I'm actually pretty hungry. I think we might just go inside, grab something to eat. We do have some leftovers, stuff like that. So, is what it is. But, you know, I think we've had a really productive day. So, I don't blame myself for being hungry. I mean, does anyone blame themselves for being hungry? That's like a normal thing. It's kind of annoying how often you have to eat. But, anyways, I don't even know what we're saying anymore. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and plenty more to come. Things are getting exciting. We've hit our goal, and it just feels good, you know. So plenty more to come, and I hope to see you in the next one. All right, bye bye.